Hey, this is Kobe O'Donis, and right now you are listening to DJ Franchise on TVNC 17 Radio.
Live a life of a Dan live. Growing up in Tola is where the Dans live. One thing the Dans win. So when the critics start, ain't one thing the Dans live. The Dans give. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for letting me dance in. From the ghetto to the black, Shagga Dog and back, Dutch Master rap, that's a fact. Frankie Fat Bag, Squalor in the back of the pack, Dutch Master roll exact. Who this boy be? Poets paper, then next thing, H2 is the blessing. Call me for a session, so we can learn a lesson from another dimension. You hate to the sky, hate till you fly, take your head out them clouds.
Get money, turn knobs, touch switches, while I cut pies and serve dishes. Smell a scent from the kitchen, I'm on a mission. Keep the loaf in the toaster oven until it crispin'. Play the door while I...
Well, in the meantime, between time, I've been patiently waiting to blow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is TVNC 17 Radio. It's your boy, the internationally known debonair extraordinaire, soon to be world famous, your local superhero, the rated R superstar, Sir Franchise Drake, not to be confused with the Canadian body boy Aubrey. Meantime, in between time, got my co-host, as always, the one and only.
It's your boy, Slick Flay. Hey, blank. Don't worry about that, that's a metaphor.
I wasn't ready, so no super duper extracurricular WWF nickname this time.
Nah, man, just Slick Flay, man.
Well, I mean, just like how you're blind, I mean, this is a first for me too, because this is the first episode where I think I'm actually sober. Mm-hmm. And that's for a very good reason, because we're talking about a very serious topic tonight. And that topic is date rape, how we can avoid it. My main thing is, why is date rape still going on in 2015? That's what I'm trying to understand. It's like, is the thirst level at an all-time max, like over 9,000?
or how do we classify date rape? Like, who determines it's date rape?
Well, I mean, if somebody says, okay, let's have a Netflix and chill, and you have a Netflix and chill, and then somehow something is not where it's supposed to be without your permission, that's counted as, date rape.
Okay.
Slim, is there any other classifications of date rape? We have to get like a legal standpoint sometimes, so we have legal counsel over here off to see.
Yeah, you
I
can.
don't think you need legal definition of date rape. Whatever the standard meaning is.
Because there's rape, there's statutory rape, and...
Hey, rape is rape, B. Fuck it.
Oh yeah, and basically, long story short, rape is rape. And the fact of the matter is, rape is wrong, whether you're male or a female. Nobody should be taken away.
That's true. But you see, sometimes in life we put ourselves in precarious situations where, as for instance, if a young lady gonna invite me over, I have to assume by that time you determine you was a good judge of my character. Now, if I was acting, winning an Oscar, then...
Well, majority of these niggas out here acting anyway.
But the acting ain't really convincing though. So don't act like it'll be convincing. The one common denominator in all of this, especially with most cases, is either some type of illicit drug.
Why now, Crash?
Oh, I mean, well...
Okay.
I would say 90% of the times, or probably a little small 85, alcohol is always in there somewhere.
And...
Unless it's a straight brutality type rape. I mean, I think alcohol is in there somewhere.
Yeah, but we're talking about date rape. We're
talking about date rape, so you got
regular rape. You know what I'm saying? And look, as a father of girls, a man who was raised by a grandmother and an older sister.
Preach.
I always had this type of respect for women. Now, I could give you a personal example of myself, and it's mind over matter, and I guess it's just the morality within us. I've already been in a situation where the young lady, you know, pressed me. It was a situation where my boy was on a move. So, you know, it ended up like the move had company. So, my boy come through, ride shotgun, do your do. You know, ride shotgun, pools and pavilions, split in half. You over there doing your vibes. I cooling, chilling. You know, home girl like, yo, yeah, what you saying? Yeah, you know, you bam, bam, bam. I like, yeah, well, it's whatever. Bam, kick off, one first base. Second base, she like, bam, it's like, yo, yeah, okay.
You looking for this
Yo,
grand slam?
look, when I tell you literally was there, by the second stroke, it was like, nah, I really don't feel comfortable no more.
Wow, wait, pause.
Real.
When you try to tell me, it done day.
Real.
Man, I tell you.
All I do is like, you serious? Like, yeah, it turned out to be some vibe that I actually either know or used to deal with her older sister. They
Okay,
look nothing
okay.
alike. But I didn't know.
You didn't know, but she knew.
Yeah, she knew. She was like, that's why she pressed me, because she was
Man,
like,
these hoes are
yeah, she used to always see me. And I was like, yo. So, but at the time, not knowing all of that information, it was like, yo, I don't feel comfortable about this anymore. I was like, yo, you serious? And like, just in the real freeze. Like, you serious?
So technically, like you don't waste $1 on a condom because like $2.99 for a pack.
So it was like, okay. I was like, alright, bam. You know, went just over in the corner, like, yeah, you know, meditating, my girl.
Well, go ahead, jerk off in the corner?
Nah, just cool. Hey, a nigga like me never been thirsty, be. I didn't come out there planning, you know, that was going to be a bonus, so it wasn't like I had some rev up. So I was like, yo, of course, naturally, is a female. Slick around female is like, you know, the devil and sin. It just go hand in hand.
But I mean,
You know
what I
I'm saying?
really want to address, I want to address the thirst factor. But before I do that, let me refer back to legal counsel. Legal counsel, in a situation like what Slick was in, what would be the best thing to do? Did he do the right thing, or could he have gotten away with the
No
Nash?
is no, son.
He do the right thing.
No is no.
So he couldn't get away with the Nash. It's like no is no.
No is no, my boy.
No, I mean, because I was in a similar situation back in my younger days. My nigga Slim could attest to that. That, you know, I was out doing the club scene, working the clubs. Club is over, people are drunk, up, all types of shit. And, you know, girl literally come out, rubbing the Nash on the knee like, franchise, I want this thing. I want what? And I'm like, shorty, you're drunk. Check me when you're sober. Like, stop being a punk, no. I'm like, I ain't being a punk, but right now you ain't in the right frame of mind. And as much as I would love to, check me tomorrow. As history goes, somebody else dealt with the thing, because if a wants something, she gonna get it, regardless if you get it or not.
Regardless.
But I mean, I did the right thing, and when I went to press her the next day, turns out she didn't want a wife.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was turned off from the wife that she got, or if she just came to her senses. But I mean, I considered myself doing the right thing. But what I want to talk about right now is the thirst, man.
The thirst.
What?
Real.
I mean, we had a show sometime back
real.
talking about pedophiles. I mean, you know, I'm a non-believer and stuff like that, but are there demons around that can exist in people that would make them do such an act?
Listen, when you talk about soul spirits, like the last episode, okay, that same episode you're talking about, is all energy be. Evil spirit is energy be.
Well, I mean, what kind of energy could provoke you to a point?
Energy be like, if it's all about your brains, be, ain't even self. The brain controls, believe it or not, dictates what the soul. It dictates more than even the heart. Okay? So when them bad waves hit the brain, and that negative agenda jump into you. At the end of the day, what? You're gonna react.
Let me answer your question. Why it have to be demons? I mean, why have to extend to something like that.
But that's why I switch it to negative energy and get out of the demon.
I mean, I bring that up because I'm a non-believer. I don't believe in such things because, like, I'm trying to think on a logical standpoint on how thirsty you gotta be or how hard up you gotta be to take advantage, whether somebody is incapacitated, whether you take it by force,
Inebriated. What?
inebriated.
Yeah.
I mean, and to the thing is, like, I mean, back in your day, I'm sure there was like Spanish fly and stuff like that.
Yeah,
in my era, it's like Mali. So it's like, how hard up do you have to be to go to these lengths just to get the vagina? This is what I'm trying to understand. It's like, because I see these cases, I hear about them in the news and stuff like that, and it's like, I can't wrap my mind around it as an individual.
Yeah, but me was, and at the end of the day, it's a disappointment when it happens. It's basically a travesty. I mean, there ain't no room for that type of toss. Be like, at the end of the day, it all goes back to that chick got to choose you. Okay, whether you out, whether you want the attention of somebody, you have to present yourself. You have to do what you have to do. And at the end of the day, if she pass out judgment and like, then that's what it is.
All right, okay, so let me play devil's advocate here. What about girls that are promiscuous in nature? And I don't mean to say girls because I know there are men that get raped too, but we're just kind of generalizing here. Girls of a promiscuous nature, girls that flaunt, girls that taunt. Is that an excuse? Or is it just something that they can get away with because it's like provoking someone to violence or provoking someone to anger?
Like, listen,
provoking someone to rape.
Let me ask you. When you go to the strip club and you have titties, ass, vagina in front of you, shaking, gyrating, things going in and out, you don't want to jump and rape the stripper?
Nah, but I personally don't even touch the strippers.
So, if a young lady come out to the club and have body link shots, cleavage up, and she's shaking and gyrating, why the toss have to build up to a point where you have to go through espionage, slipping thing in a drink?
Espionage, like real black upstairs.
Yeah, man, when you slipping girl Mickeys and buying drinks, because look, hey, back when I used to kick it, especially when a few years I lived in New York and everything, and hey, back in the days that was the can. Like, you get some chicks, you get a licks. Most of these chicks can't handle their lick, and you just pour in, and everybody get tight. All the suggestions, whatever you suggest, to go through. You know what I'm saying? I've never been comfortable in them situations. I've never done a train, cause I'm like, nah. My concept was like, I ain't that thirsty. If 5 man gonna hit it right now, why I want to be the sixth, man? Or why I want to be after the? I mean, if I the first person and I can like later, yeah, well, So I've always thought those things were like, nah, I can just get it on my own thing.
Well, according to the man Dexter Daps, big ups to 5-Star Promotions, even if a 6-man goodie, guess who makes 7? Well, I mean, that just explains the whole trade thing, but, you know what I mean? Guilty as charged. I mean, but that was in my younger days, though. We all did things when we were younger.
A train is when everybody's present.
I mean, train, bang tight, battery, ganglang, orgies, been a part of them all. But as I said, that was a different time.
But hey, some girls tower like that, man. Man, I had a good girlfriend, man. Big up to my good girlfriend, I remember.
But I say big ups to the good girl. What about the bad one, though?
Hey, girl, like, yo, hit me up like, hey, the man I want you and somebody to like just double team me. I was like, yo, I'm supposed to be in the room with the next nigga hitting that. She's like, yeah, man, I just want like dream something. I was like,
wow.
Nah. I was like, nah, homegirl, man. None of my niggas get down like that, B. The man ain't trying to be in the same room with me.
What about franchise?
Hey, he's my brother, but nah, B. I don't want to see your rusty chest.
But then, look at it.
But B, it gonna be right there, even if we in darkness. Just the mere fact that I know our next meal in the room, I can't yourself perform.
But I just catch myself. You was in the army. You been to like high school. And you never did the whole male changing room shower thing.
Well, yeah, but everybody know the rule. You looking at a wall. That's a different. Because no, you got to switch and heights up, and they may be like, oh, I didn't mean to see. You ain't want to be like somebody accidentally elbows at nah, that ain't my thing.
Okay, well,
I
we'll discuss that in another episode. But right now, we're gonna get into the subtopic of today's episode, and the subtopic is turn down for what? How about your life?
Yeah, B.
Now, trust me, everybody knows,
Yeah,
if you know the franchise, you know the franchise goes hard in the paint. But even me, in my mature older years, realized that there's a limit because the crew that I hang out with, like, they be on some no more babysitting. So, if nobody's there to take care of you when you get completely trashed faced, what are you going to do? Because it's situations like that can end up leaving you into getting date raped or, you know, just raped or just robbed or anything else.
You know, and well, hey, at the end of the day, each man gotta know the limit. No, one thing I can't stand me. Okay, and I gotta absolutely be honest with you, is a chick, okay, and my boys like that too, and that's why they'll tell you to this day, yeah, Slick don't ever like lying with me, because I know exactly what I gonna do. That'll just get face for no reason.
I mean, wait. I have to interject there. There's always a reason face. In my defense.
No, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't a drinker. Okay, so I should be one of the last person to comment. But when I sit down and I watch my boy, them, and I'll be like, how just vomiting and yourself all of that feel in the morning, my boy? Like, how can you live with yourself after, like, you come home, like, you, like, flip your chicken and rice all on your bed and you pass out there with probably a little bit of vomit on the side. You know, I had my one pan and my boy gets face, okay? The man say, Slick, all I know is I had to so I pull over on the side of the road and I stick my ass out the door and I start. Come to realize he did not stick his ass out the door. He stuck his ass in his passenger seat.
Wow.
All in his ride. Pass out in his the highway patrol. He wake up to flashing light. These niggas like, hey, do you see all that and he's in his getting arrested.
So
why do you do that?
The cuffs on him?
Huh? Hey, B, that man just had to be like, people, the man just say he ain't described, he just say, hey, the man was like, hey, do you see all that okay.
Like literally all that.
Arrest this man, B, and I'm like, how do the is that a good night?
I don't know. I don't know where you guys are viewing from, but let me tell you something. Police in America do not give a. They will arrest you with your pants below your knees.
Yeah,
they'll arrest you buck naked.
Yeah,
they will put those cuffs on you with ass.
Yeah.
So you gotta go from where point A to point B with your ass.
Story.
Go through central booking with your ass.
Next story. Man hammered. How do you be by my boy crib? We just coming from the dance, hammered. Outside watching Sports Center like 5 in the morning. Man supposedly went and passed out. Comes back out in the living room. Stands up in the middle of the living room on the dining table bowl. Okay, and howls out and just start pissing like, hey, me boy, what you dealing with? Telling me I in the bathroom. You're telling me, hey, we're here. Are we in the bathroom with you, B? You're talking to us and telling us you in the bathroom, my boy. You're hammered. You're wasted. Stop.
Man, I mean, but in the defense of people that get turned up, as you know, the turn up king, turn up God. it's like it's just for a good time, and those bad things that happen, I chalk them up as memories, because stuff like that you can't make up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I can remember this one time around drinking called Cisco.
Oh, ooh.
And
Liquid crack.
yeah, I didn't know it was liquid crack back then. I just knew that as grape Cisco.
Wow.
So it's like I'm sitting down, chilling, watching wrestling, smoking a Black and Mild, drinking a Cisco, like, and it tastes good. So I'm just throwing it back. Wrestling's like about 2 hours, whatever. I'm supposed to go to the club for 11. Tell me why, and I don't know how this happened. Tell me how your boy wake up at like 3:54 in the morning in a dumpster, groggy-eyed, just like a rat run across my face, and that's what wake me up. I just jump out of the duster, and it took me a while to regain my senses because my vision was blurry and all types of. But I managed to pinpoint where I was, and where I wasn't too far from the club. It was like about 2 minutes from the club. Tell me why your boy run from the dumpster, smelling like garbage, straight in the jam and whining on all kind of bamsy. That went down as a good time for me. Have I ever drank Sasko again after that? No, but it was still a good time.
See that? See that?
But as we were saying, turn down for what? How about your life? Because that situation could have easily went left. The situation with your boy and the cop, I don't know what year it was, but if some like hick cop was to arrest some like black nigga with ass, he might probably get shot.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Real.
And you know, girls that go hard in the paint, you're liable to be taken advantage of. So it's like,
you know, in Edekala toss the Tatola, of course.
I mean,
that's a given.
If you're not liming with a solid crew, or if your crew is like mine and inflicts a no babysitting policy, maybe it might be just the right idea to just, you know, instead of drinking 4 Jack and Cokes, maybe drink 1 and sip on some water or something, because it's not the 80s anymore, it's not the 70s, it's not like AIDS exists, you know, narcotics is illegal, it's not as fun as it used to be, so, I mean, kind of tone it down a bit.
It's dangerous out here.
Yeah, it's really, really, really dangerous. And on that note, normally this is the segment of the show where we get into what the people out there, you guys, have to say. But as you can see, I'm so not prepared. My hair is like all Super Saiyan Goku 3 and shit. So I don't have my phone with me. But normally, meantime, in between time, this is what we do. But what I'm going to tell you now in this space of time is, donate to the show. It's very important because these topics you wouldn't get anywhere else. We keep it raw. We keep it real. We keep you guys, the viewer, in mind.
We ain't owned by nobody.
Pretty much. So, like, yeah. Subtopic. Definitely subtopic. I'll get into the promotions later. I got to go on my Donald Trump for a minute. Now, in the Virgin Islands right now, currently, where we're located, it's normally broadcast from Houston land to Vegas. There's a lot of people out here that's looking for work. The kids are struggling, the youths are struggling. And if you keep these guys struggling, they're going to be running up into your houses with masks and guns. What you guys need to do is provide jobs for the youths. And this is just coming from like my personal experience. I was in an establishment after hours, met the janitorial lady who happened to be Spanish. I have no problem with, you know, Spanish people working. But if you're going to be working, especially in an English-speaking territory, you should at least know English as well as Spanish. Because if you don't know English and you're not planning on learning English, that means you have no intentions of staying here, which means you have no intentions of contributing to society, which means you're holding up that job and that paper for somebody else that can really use it or want it. So
I ain't going there.
What do you mean you're not going there? Just saying, I know of plenty of people right now off the top of my hand that can use some of those after-hour jobs rather than, you know, somebody who really doesn't care. Because if you cared enough...
We going with that I-Bond hair again.
No, I'm just on my Donald Trump. Can I be on my Donald Trump?
And that I-Bond hair.
No, it's not even that. I'm just saying that if you're going to be doing that, make an effort to at least learn the language. So just because you're sweeping floors doesn't mean you're